Hi, my name is Liz Darren. I'm the Program Director for Career Education in the Career Center. I'm going to take a minute to talk with you about the skills that you're going to gain as being an RA and how those skills really transfer over to what employers are looking for. We're also going to take a minute to show how to promote those skills on your resume. For the next few minutes, I'd like to go over your skill development and also talk specifically about transferable skills. So what are transferable skills? Transferable skills are skills that are developed in one situation and that they're able to be used from one job to another. So for example, you might develop really good organizational skills from your academic experience and from being a student, but organizational skills are something that's really desired in the workplace, and it's a skill that's going to benefit you in a lot of different jobs. So you're able to take that skill learned in academics and take it from one job to another. So what is it that employers are looking for? Each year, the National Association of Colleges and Employers does a survey of employers, and they ask specifically to rate the skills that they want to see from their graduating seniors. And each year, the list comes back essentially unchanged. And on the left-hand side, you can see what these skills are that they seek year in and year out. It's listed right here in the order of importance. So to start, they want to have students who are new grads who are able to verbally communicate with people inside and outside the organization. So that might be, that's specifically talking about verbal communication. They want people who can work in a team structure. They want people who have the ability to make decisions and solve problems. They want people who are able to plan, organize, and prioritize work. They also want people who are able to obtain and process information. I'm going to focus on the top 4 or 5 because they're the most transferable. The lower level skills, the ability to analyze quantitative data, technical knowledge, computer software, those are more what we call work context skills, or skills that you're going to gain in one job that's probably only going to be useful in that particular position. What I want to talk about today is those transferable skills, which happen to be the top 5 skills that employers rate. So we think about your position as an RA, and you do a lot of different work. And so what you want to ask yourself is, what am I doing each day that helps to develop each one of those skills? So I thought I'd take a minute and look specifically at the roles and responsibilities of being an RA. And what I did is I mapped the two. So on the left-hand side, we have those NACE skills that employers want. And on the right-hand side, we have your job description. This is the work that you're going to do as being an RA. And I've kind of color-coded it. So the ability to verbally communicate is in blue. And if you look along the RA roles and responsibilities, well, under administration, you're going to be doing communication with a supervisor. Under community standards, you're going to be confronting negative behavior. You would do that with a verbal communication. You're going to be enforcing policy. That's all communication skills. The next skill that employers are looking for is that work in a team structure. So where do we see that in your roles and responsibilities? It's everywhere. Under peer counseling, you're going to be building community. Under programming, you're going to be meeting deadlines. That's something you need to do as part of a team. And then you have a whole team member area towards the bottom, which is participation and attendance in staff in-services, working cooperatively with staff, supporting building staff activities. You work very much as part of a team when you're an RA. The third one down, the ability to make decisions and solve problems. That's going to be throughout your experience. Under peer counseling, you're going to be doing conflict mediation, crisis intervention. Those are all things where you step in and you have to make decisions, solve problems, and help others. When we think about your ability and your skill development around planning, organizing, and prioritizing work, again, that's going to happen throughout your experience. You're going to have that by doing bulletin boards. The specific position really needs people who are prompt and accurate and are capable of doing the responsibilities given to them. Under programming, you're going to have to do paperwork and complete it efficiently and timely. These are things that are going to require you to be planful and organized and be able to prioritize. And then the last one I really want to look at is the ability to obtain and process information. That's going to be doing things like incident reports or documentation or anything where you have to gather information about something that happened, process it, and document it for other people is you developing that skill of obtaining and processing information. So as you can see, just taking the NACE skills alone, those skills that employers have identified that they want, you can see that it's throughout your experience as an RA. You develop incredible transferable skills that you're then going to be able to speak on both on your resume and in future interviews. So I'd like to take a minute now and just go down and take a look at your resume. So you're not here yet because you need to actually spend some time doing the position, but when you're ready to add this RA position on your resume, you're going to want to make sure that you're really highlighting the skills. You're not just talking about I did this and then I did that, and some days I did this. You really want to build in the actual skill set that you developed as an RA. In this case, for this example, I've highlighted those things. You would not highlight them on an actual resume, but I wanted you to see how I was able to take, the skills that employers are looking for and embed them within the descriptions. So for example, the first bullet is build community through peer counseling and by facilitating open communication among all residents. So I'm saying I have communication skills. The next one down as well, communicate with resident directors on issues pertaining to students and document all incidents. So that's, again, going to that obtaining and processing information. Prioritize each shift to ensure that work is completed in a timely manner and that residents' needs are addressed. So that's going to go ahead and connect directly with your ability to be part of a team, your ability to plan, organize, and prioritize work. The next one down, specifically call it out. You work as part of a team. So you work as part of a team to create programming and to ensure the residence hall is a place of education and community. That, again, is going to speak to that teamwork that employers are looking for. Attend meetings to communicate across all floors pertinent issues pertaining to the needs of residents and address issues in thoughtful and planful manner. That encompasses a lot of different skills. The ability to work as part of a team, communication skills, making decisions and solving problems. It highlights a lot of those skills. And then finally, mediate disputes between residents and solve issues. So again, you're calling out that ability to make decisions and solve problems. So this is just an example, and you want to make sure that you're really embodying your personal experience into your resume. This is how you would take those skills and really call them out and highlight them in each one of your bullets. One recommendation I always have for any position, but particularly for your RA experience where you're balancing a lot of different things at once, but you want to make sure that you're tracking and sharing your experiences. So when you get to the interviewing stage, you're going to want to be able to call out these skills that you developed as part of being an RA. And you want to then enhance them with stories and examples of the times that you did different activities that really speak to the skills that you possess. So your resume should be a place to capture those accomplishments and skills. And what I mean by that is every time you do something new and you develop a new skill or you realize, wow, that was a really amazing opportunity that I had to, learn something new or try a different higher level duty, add the bullet to your resume in real time. Don't wait until you're applying to jobs to start updating your resume. Make your resume be the place that captures all these things that you do. And then my second recommendation is that you use a journal or some type of documentation system that allows you to capture the stories and examples. So when you have that really difficult resident situation and you were able to manage it and come up with a solution and everything, was successful because of the work that you did, journal about that and write those details down. And then when you're ready to go and interview down the line, you can refer back to that and really see those examples and stories that you can then tie in and embed into your interview to really hone in on the amazing and fantastic skills and incredibly transferable skills that you gain as part of being a resident assistant. The Career Center, of course, is here to support all of this, whether it's updating your resume and including this information or really helping you to identify the skills you developed or preparing for interviews and thinking about what stories you might want to tell. So we really encourage you to work with us closely throughout your time here at Emmanuel, but especially as you start to graduate or start to interview for things like internships and post-grad opportunities. We are available and ready to support your career development.